boys, things have escalated. Now I've got the mid pipe off because I realised that this guy right here is not on an angle that's going to make it work for us. So what I actually need to do is, instead of it coming here and then out this way, I actually need it to continue basically in line with that, to end up over here somewhere, to then do a little, you know, sort of 45 degree and then into the muffler. So what I'm going to do is line this up and pretty much take a saw through at an angle like this. I'm going to try and save this bit because I reckon maybe I can reuse it. But yeah, we need to chop it on an angle like that without sort of mashing this too much. And then yeah, we might have to make these, you know, a bit like this where they've extended a little bit, but I think that's going to work for us because you see where it comes out over, she comes in from underneath there up over the top, and yeah, it was coming in sort of that direction. Thinking we start to head, see how this has got a bit of a straight in it, got a bit of a straight edge there. So what I actually want to do is turn from this edge and go that way. So heading in the right direction. I think I might actually weld some straight on there now, and then we'll see where they intersect with this piece. Let's do that. Winging it, boys, winging it. We're at day 3, and yeah, I managed to get those pipes back in there. So it's kind of looking good, but what I really need to do now is bring these pipes a bit closer this way. So what I need to do is chop it on the up on that side. So on the up on that side, I need to chop it and pivot them this way together. And then I need to make the join up here somewhere and then down into where the flange would be. So I'm going to pull that out now, and we'll chop them, and then I'll stick one back on to get the angle right, and then that'll set up the angle for the other one. Then we'll chop these short and join them with the parts that have just turned up today. So I've got a 2 into 1, 2 inch into 3 inch, 2 2-inch into 3 inch splitter, and then we should be in the ball game, and then we can actually start fabricating this. So the muffler itself, got some laser cut parts which haven't arrived yet. They were meant to be here last week, so I was a little bit disappointed that they're not here, but that's all right. The guy assures me that they're in transit, so if we can get most of this all fitted up, making the muffler's the easy bit. Yeah, this is the first time I've really messed around with sticking an exhaust together, and it's an art form in its own right. Full credit to those who can do it easily and well, because I'm learning a lot as I go. The other bits that turned up as well are these guys. Where are we? Was here somewhere, but anyway, yeah, so these, they're basically a 3 inch with like a 3.25 or something. They're going to be the bits that hold the perforated tube. So on one end it's going to be fully welded, on the other it's just going to slip fit into it like a slip joint, and that'll enable me to be able to remove the centerpiece and make it rebuildable. Back under the car, boys, and check it out. We got ourselves a mid pipe that's fitting nice and neat. Now, you can see what I'm doing here, right? This guy here sits inside this guy, and this guy gets welded to that, and this guy sits free on the inside of here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna chop it back to the edge of this cut, and basically you'll end up with about that much engagement. Maybe I'll do it to here somewhere. I'll leave a little bit of engagement room, but yeah, essentially this whole piece will slide into this guy, which has a flange on it here and a flange here, and this will be like the main can of the muffler, and then this inside piece up here will be the removable bit that's kind of got some bolts around the outside and like a flange that it sits into. Yeah, so we're getting there. Next job is to do that, and then go hand cut some big round circles, the ends of the tube. Okay dudes, that finishes Thursday night. Yeah, she's a hard old slog at times, and I'm basically trying to do whatever it takes to get it done at this point. I don't care if it looks nice and neat and tidy and, you know, the weld porn and all the crap people go on with. I want to be racing on Saturday, so this is unfortunately what you got to do sometimes, is just push it through. I'm not happy with the level of workmanship, but hey, we'll come back and fix it another day when we get a bit more time. So at the moment, got it mocked up. Would you believe me, and this is not even a lie, before I started this video, I said I'd done very little TIG welding. I'm basically gonna say that I'd never really touched a TIG. Like, I'd done 3 or 4 things, maybe welded this far, you know? So I'm kind of happy with the progression, because like I said, yeah, it's necessity is the mother of invention, or whatever they say. Just getting on with it, just trying. I mean, the welds could be better, they could be worse, they're gonna hold together. So yeah, but I feel like I'm starting to grasp the hang of that, definitely. Some of these welds here are looking pretty good, a bit more controlled, some of them a bit lumpy, but that's what you get. So laser cut bits are meant to turn up tomorrow. I hope they do. Otherwise, we're into making the second circle that we got there. But yeah, it's a push. But like I said, if I want to go racing, this is the sort of stuff you got to put in. Anyway, it's 11:30. I'm going to bed. Hopefully catch you tomorrow, and hopefully they let me enter, because I was meant to enter on Wednesday. It's now Thursday. It's going to be Friday before I give them the go. Yeah, and I'm just winging it at this point, so let's see what this episode brings. All right, catch us in the morning. Be back. It's a new day. Finally got my laser cut bits, dudes. As I've been explaining as we go along, this center part, if I can actually remove it, there we go. So that center part here is going to get welded, like that guy's going to get welded on there. She's then going to slip down inside when it's wrapped up and lodge in the other end. So it'll lodge in the other end like that, and then this guy will be in the middle, probably recessed, not that far, but probably recessed about a centimetre in, and then it'll have this ring. I've got to weld on the inside before I do that, so that this guy can get riveted to this guy, or bolted, or whatever I come up with. There's probably not enough thread there to bolt it, maybe rib nuts, I don't know. I'll probably yeah, probably do some sort of bolting method, just because it'll be easy to pull apart real quick if we're at the track and need to repack it or do whatever we got to do. Okay, Now I'm going to get underneath the car, measure, make sure that these two guys are good. Then I'll probably put a flange on the end of that guy, because I'm going to go mark all that now. So we can finish, this end will be then fully finished, so that'll be sweet. And then we can start attacking the other end. Flange is on this bad unit too. Put all the bolts in, and I've just tacked on the inside of this flange on that, so just to make sure it's all lined up, and yeah, we're looking good. So now I'm just going to pull the mid pipe off, weld it up, then it's finished, so it can come back on for sure, and we can put those new bolts in. Then we just got to pack this bad unit and fire it up, and then we can hear it, and then we can get to Lakeside tomorrow morning. So last minute, but we're getting there. The other thing I need to do is I need to pop in the EGT sensor. So I'm going to knock a hole here or on the other side. There's a rule of thumb with these guys. You need them as close to the top of the tube as possible, because they don't like moisture. And when a car runs, obviously it creates moisture, so you want it sort of on the top side if you can. I think I'll end up popping him there or something like that. Yeah, it'll sit somewhere there. I might put it on the other side actually, so then it's protected from the tyre. But yeah, that'll be another job down, and it'll be sweet. Mid pipe in. Also managed to get the oxy sensor, the AFR gauge on this side, so I'm protecting it. Welded the inside of that guy. I don't know what happened there. It seemed like it might have had a bit of mil scale or something. It was really hard to weld, which was completely different to everything else, so don't know what's going on there. I'm just going to pop the muffler back in, do a check on it, and then I'm going to drill the holes to position that centerpiece that's removable. Then we're going to pack it, then we're going to bolt it on, then we're going to fire it up. Hey doggy, hey. Start wrapping it. You get these little balls, kind of like, they look like swarf. Apparently you pull them out, wrap them around the center. I'm then going to wrap it in some finer wool, because apparently this takes the heat better than the fine stuff. And then we're going to go hard with the we're going to put some, what do you call it, fiberglass in the bottom bit. But I'm running out of time, lads. I'm running out of time. It's Friday night and here I sit. I should be packing the car, but hey, that's how it goes in the big city.